Hi, I'm Sheila Shemaine. Welcome to my channel, and today I have a makeup look or makeup tutorial I want to do today. Just using some of the products that I had hauled in a video, so I want to use them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Olay Complete All Day Moisture Cream as a moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows, and I'm going to use the CoverGirl Professional Mascara. It's clear mascara. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the MAC, I didn't bring it with me, but the MAC Fluid Line Gel Cream for brows. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and all that, and I will be back, okay? And we can start with the makeup tutorial. Alright. You guys, now I'm back. I've already primed my eyes with the LA Colors eyeshadow primer, and I've also primed my eyelids with the Jordana 24-hour made to last eyeshadow pencil in continuous almond. Okay, so now we can go ahead and begin with our eyes. First thing I want to do is use the Jordana Easy Liner for Eyes retractable pencil in black. I like to go ahead and just trace the rim of my eyes, or do my waterline or tight line, whatever they call it. But I'm going to put some color up here because my eyes get very sensitive as I do my makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Uh-oh. Got our line there. It'll be okay. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite combination of colors that I like to use when I get started with doing my eye makeup. It's a favorite of mine. I've been using it. I like to use the NYX Nude Matte Shadow in the shade Blame It on Midnight. I always use this shade first. It looks like this. Okay. And I take a brush. Let me see if I can find my brush. Okay, I take this brush right here and I just put this color like right here. Right underneath my brow bone. So I'm using this color basically as a transition color, if that's what you want to call it. I believe that's what they call that. It's just a color that I like to begin with to start the look. And I put a good bit because I love for this color to show. I just think it's a beautiful color on my skin tone. So yeah, I like to use it to begin with. And as you know, I start from my brow down, which I don't see a lot of people do, but that's the way I just kind of taught myself how to do makeup. I started from my brows down instead of from my eyelids up to my brows. So that's just the way I do it. Okay, after using that color right there, and I might have to come back to it, I go to the NYX Nude Matte Shadow as well, but in the shade Dance the Tides, okay? It's like almost the same color, but just a little bit darker. So I use this closer to, like right below that color, but closer to my eyelid. So, and I take a brush that's like this. You can get this brush at Walmart. I did haul some brushes. I got another pack that has this brush in it. I think it's a wonderful blending brush. It has been helping me blend my colors. So I knew that I needed some brushes for blending, and yes, it's an awesome brush just to blend the eyeshadow. So if you, like me, undecided whether you want to spend, you know, your money on some higher brushes, however, I feel like I'm gonna have to eventually, but right now this does work. I noticed that my shadows look way better now that I'm using this brush to blend my shadows, so it doesn't look so harsh as far as the, you know, when you're using more than one eyeshadow color, you know, you got to kind of blend those colors out so that they kind of look like they fade into each other. So this brush has been helping me, and you can get like a pack of 4, and it has a different brush on each end. Like this is a pencil brush or a definer brush, this is a blending brush. So yeah, so when you buy the pack, like I said, I think it's $5 and some change at Walmart. You can pretty much have pretty much every brush you need for eye look, you know, depending on what you're doing. But if you're not doing any kind of eye look that's too dramatic, or not too dramatic, but just a simple eye look, you can get by with using these brushes by themselves. So yeah, and I'm looking this way, you guys, because my mirror is over here. So now, see the difference how that blended so well? I'm noticing even when I put on my makeup, I'm noticing that my colors on my eyes is just being, it just, this brush is so awesome. It's one of my favorites. I will put this brush in a favorite video that will be coming up soon. This is just an awesome brush, and it's very cheap, and it does blend out your eyeshadow. If you look at my eyeshadow, you see I just put that color there, and it just looks like this color just blends with the Blame It On Midnight shade. It just blends into each other. So yeah, that's an awesome brush, and I highly recommend it. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a few, like I said, new products that I had hauled. I used a few in my video before this one, my tutorial before this one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the Flower, what is this called, Color Play Cream Eyeshadow. It's in this beautiful deep brown shade, and I've been using it as a base, you guys. So I'm just gonna put this on my lid. I've been just loving this for a base. You can use it for eyeshadow. I haven't used it for just eyeshadow quite yet, but I'm sure if, when I get ready to do a smoky eye, I would definitely use this color for a you know, eyeshadow, because it's so deep and so beautiful. This shade is just, oh, I love it. And it's great as a base. They do have, now the Flower brand do have other shades. I just picked this one because I was looking for a dark shadow base. I do have those eyeshadow pencils that I was using, and sometimes I use just pure eyeliners for bases. Like if I want to use my black eyeliner pencil for a base, I will use it. But I wanted something creamy and something similar to the Jordana pencils. So this, I just saw it and I thought, let me try it and see how this works. Now I know my eyeliner is kind of like, let me clean this up. It's on the right here in the corner. But I find that it's easier for me to do my tight line before I get started, because by the time I get done, my eyes are super sensitive, y'all. I've got the most sensitive skin, I tell you. So I like to do it first, you know, as far as tight lining. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my new items that I hauled. Is the City Colors Ultra palette. It's got 128 eyeshadows. So I'm going to use a shadow coming out of this palette. Let's see. Looks like this in the inside, you guys. Got so many different shades. It's just so beautiful. I can't wait to see. This is going to be my first time using this palette, so I don't know quite yet what I want to go for, but I think I'm going to stay with the neutral tones. The tones on this side, I'm going to stick with those colors. And so let's go ahead and begin. I think I'm going to go with, let's see, haven't made up my mind yet. Okay, I'm going to go with this shade right here. I don't know if you can see that. Go with this shade right here. And I'm going to put this on my lid. It's like a champagne color, but it's not. It's got a pink tone to it. To the other side. Okay, so I just used this shade right here in the City Color 128 palette. So this is how it's looking so far. Alright. So now I'm gonna go in with, gonna use, oh, I'm gonna use this deeper shade, which is this shade right here. I'm going to use. Put this down. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to place it on there. I'm going to use this brush here. And I'm going to place this color right where I want it, which is right up here in this area. Where I want it. Focusing more on the corner part of my eye. Take this ELF Flawless Concealer brush. I will use this brush just to blend this color out a little bit, and then I will also use this brush as well to blend it. So yeah, let me go ahead and begin blending a little bit. I want to look kind of deep over there on the corner side. I don't want to blend too much, just a little bit. trying to give it a little bit of a different color right here in this space right here, and gradually bring it on over to the other color. It's like a one shade that fades into another type of look. I just like it. I just like the look. Blame It on Midnight. Put that back on top of that color. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a my favorite brow color or brow bone color. It's also a NYX Nude Matte Shadow in the shade Lap Dance. Love this. This is how it looks. I'm gonna take this thick brush here, put this slightly underneath my brow. Try not to take too much of that Blame It on Midnight shade. And I'm not going to make my eyeliner real neat or anything, because I'm going to try to wing it out again. I've just been into that lately. Like I said in my last video, I'm not an expert with the wing liner, but I'm learning. I am learning. I will be using a new foundation here in a little bit. I want to try it out today. It's also an item that I hauled, and I'm excited to try it. I tried my BB cream already and I love it so far. I have not had any breakouts or anything like that. The only breakout that I've had is from a product, and my face has cleared up. It was really bad, like right up in here and on my chin, so it has cleared up. Been taking care of it, and the only area is I found out what it was. I had to use the product again to figure out what it was that was irritating my skin, and it is the tone. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. Now I do use one other brand from the Tone body wash. I use the petal, is it rose petal kind. I haven't had a reaction to it, but I end up using the White Lily detox, the detox one that's from Tone, and I used it, and I didn't know what caused the irritation to my skin. All I knew, I was using something, and that's what it was, you guys, because I used it again and I got irritated, like right here around my neck area. So now I know what the product was that caused the irritation to my skin, caused my skin to have a reaction. So yeah, now I know what caused it. Yeah, I have very sensitive skin, so if something does not go well with my skin will definitely tell me, hey, that didn't go good with me, you know. It lets me know immediately. So, all right. So now, you guys, I'm going to take the Palladio Felt Tip Eyeliner Pen. Okay, but before I use this is also another product that I had hauled, and I I'm gonna use it once again. But first, I like to line my lower lash line as well. I'm gonna use the Jordana Easy Liner for eyes in black. I love this because it's so super dark, and I love dark eyeliner, okay? So now I'm gonna use the Palladio felt tip eyeliner pen in jet black. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do a wing liner, okay? Bear with me, you guys. I'm not giving up on this. I have in the past gave up on trying to learn how to wing out my liner, but I'm getting better. I'm noticing that I'm getting better with more practice. So yeah, you guys, okay, we're gonna get started. We're gonna give this a try. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this out here. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna leave it like that. The more you mess with it, the worse it gets. So I'm leaving it just like that. Not bad, in my opinion. Not bad. Okay. Try this other side. Now this is the problem. Getting one eye is easy. Getting the other one, even with the other eye, that's where it gets really hard and difficult. But you know, the only way that I'm gonna really learn how to do this is by practicing and at least try to do it. And so yeah, that was my attempt. I do recommend, I know a lot of people probably have said this, just me using this Palladio felt tip eyeliner pen has helped me with trying to do my liner as far as wing it out. So I do recommend this because at one time I was just using my gel liner and my brush, and you guys, that was more difficult than using a felt tip pen. If you hear that noise, that's my phone, you guys. I'm sorry. But anyway, now I'm going to go back in with this cake eyeliner. And it's in the shade black. It's from the Femme Couture brand. I did haul this and I'm going to use it. I'm going to apply this just right here on my lower lash line because, like I said, my a lot of times my eyeliner wants to budge or move, you know, because my eyes are so sensitive that my eyes water up so easily. So I'm just gonna dab this on top of my liner, and this helps my liner to stay put most of the time. Mascara. So let's curl the lashes. Okay. Now I'm gonna use I've used all of them. So I have hauled 3 mascaras, you guys. I've been using all 3 of them, and I feel like this one I used in my last tutorial. Not too fond of it. I know it was just one day, but it seemed to make my lashes look thin instead of more thicker or thicker. So I don't know, I will have to play with this a little bit longer and see, but so far I wasn't too impressed with this. This LA Colors volume mascara, so far I can say that I like the brush, but it is a dry like formula. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the LA Colors Extreme Volume Mascara first, and then I'm gonna use the LA Colors Luxe Lash on top of it. So I'm gonna use 2 mascaras. Put too much on my lower lashes because I have small lashes on the bottom. So if I put too much on, it will end up, the color end up being on my skin instead of my lashes. So I have to be careful how much mascara I put on my lower lashes. Now I'm going to top my top lashes with the LA Colors Luxe Lash. So it's going to be 2 mascaras up there. That's it with the eyes. So now we can go on to foundation. First of all, I'm going to use the Femme Couture Get Primed. I love this primer. Been loving it. It's just awesome. That's all I can say is that it's good. It keeps my foundation on and I like it. So I'm going to put this on. So now what I'm going to do, after I use the Get Primed primer on my face, I take the Revlon Color Stay Concealer in medium deep, and I do spot concealing. Like I said, most of the time I really didn't never have to do that until my skin had this reaction off of that tone body wash. So right up in here is just where I have a few scars, and on the side of my nose here I have a few scars there and a little bit there. That the breakout has healed up, but you know, I do have to do a little spot concealing now, and I use this Revlon Color Stay. It just sticks on. Something about the primer that I have, that Get Prime from Sally Beauty Supply, it just, I don't know, it just helps this concealer to stay in place. That's all I can tell you. Is I don't know what it does that helps it to do that, but it does for me, because I used to do spot concealing back sometime back, and when I would put on my foundation, it would just move. You know, the concealer would not be there. It was just like I didn't even put any concealer on the areas where I needed the concealer. So, yeah, so I love that primer. It just kind of, that concealer just hang on to that primer. Just stays in place. In other words, the primer helps the concealer stay in place. Okay. So now it's time for the foundation. And like I said, this is 2 products that I had hauled from Sally Beauty Supply. It is the Real Colors Dual Foundation. It is a foundation and primer in one, and I forgot, you guys, this does have a primer in it. I forgot, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. So you don't have to have a primer with this foundation. And I think these foundations were like $6.99 with a Sally Beauty Supply card. But anyway, I went ahead and got 2 shades, and I'm glad I did, because sometimes the shades can be a little bit confusing. Like this shade right here is light medium. They didn't just have a medium. They had light, medium, and dark. I think they had fair, light, medium, and dark. It's either fair or light. I can't remember, but it's fair or light, light, medium, and medium. Okay, this is fair light, which I knew most of the time fair light would be more like a concealer for me. So I was thinking that it was going to be too light, and it is. As you can tell, this will be too light for my skin tone. Okay, the one that's dark, okay, there's, like I said, there's 3 color ranges. There's fair or light. I can't remember. Fair or light, and then light to medium, which is this. And then they have one in dark. Okay, this is supposed to be the dark shade. Okay, I'm just letting you see the color ranges. This is dark, you guys. This is in the shade dark. Now, this is more like my skin tone. Okay, so I'm just letting you know the color ranges is not excellent with this foundation. However, I know that this one right here will match my skin tone. However, it's in the shade dark. Okay. All right, so now it's just like a cream formula, and I think it's supposed to dry up like a powder, like it goes on like a cream foundation and dries up to a pressed powder formulation. We will see. I'm gonna put this on, and as I put it on, I'm gonna put it on at, as I put it on, I'm gonna blend it in. I'm not gonna put it all over my face and then blend it, because I have not used this foundation and I don't know how it's gonna work on my skin. I'm trying to find my brush, you guys. Okay, I do have my ELF powder brush I'm gonna use. I also have this brush. I got several of these brushes. I do think they are good brushes for foundations as well as powders. I would recommend that brush as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and use this foundation. This is how it looks on my finger, just so you'll see. See here? And they said this is dark, okay? So there's not a good color range. Like I said, I think there should be more colors in the range, but however, this is all that they have. All right, I'm gonna put this on my skin and then I'm gonna blend it out. I don't think the Beauty Blender would be a good choice for this. I don't know. I would have to try it just to see what will look better. I don't know. I don't think the Beauty Blender would be a great option for this foundation. However, I don't know. It could be. Okay, just blending it out. Okay, that's one side right there. Okay, you guys. That is one layer of foundation, but I pretty much put it on kind of thick, like, as you saw. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna put another layer on, but like I said, I used the shade dark in this foundation, and it's called the Real Colors Dual Foundation. It's foundation and primer in one, and you can get this at Sally Beauty Supply. Okay, not sure as to what I think about it right now, because this is my first time putting it on. I haven't used it, so I can't say an opinion on it. Only thing is that I told you in the videos that there's not enough color ranges, and so that's all I can say right now. Okay, as far as concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use this light to medium concealer. It might be a little bit too bright, but I think I can make it work. So I'm gonna use this concealer, okay? This as a highlighter as well as a concealer. Okay, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender that I also hauled. It's from the brand Kayla, and normally I do not like these type of beauty blenders, but this one does work almost as good as the original Beauty Blender, you guys. It does, when you put water on it, it really does fluff up and everything. And the ones that I've used in the past normally does not fluff up. Like, once you put water on it, it just does not fluff up. But this one, it does. So I've been loving that. And I'm going to use the Beauty Blender just to see if I can blend this out. I don't know, you guys. First time using this foundation. But I figured if I use a Beauty Blender, that maybe it won't be so drying, because you know I got dry skin and I don't need nothing dry up under my eyes, because I can tell that this is drying up to a powder. It's like a cream to powder foundation. Alright, so that's it underneath my eyes. I use the foundation as well for a concealer, okay? You can do that. I just used it as a concealer. I'm going to put just a little bit more, or I think I'll go with the Shiny Cosmetic concealer to kind of give me that brightening effect. I've just been loving that. So that's the foundation that I just put on my face. So I'm going to try it. And I did try it today. So you got to see how it looks. So, okay. Now I'm going to take the Shiny Cosmetics concealer. And I always use this shade right here. So I'm just going to put this on just to brighten up my under eye. However, that foundation did brighten my eye area, the skin underneath my eyes. It brightened it up a good bit. But I just love my Shiny Cosmetic concealer for that. So basically, I use two concealers, one to conceal, one to brighten. That's what I've been doing, and I like it. Alright, so that's that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and use a powder, even though you do not have to use a powder. I'm telling you right now. It does kind of, this foundation do dry up to kind of like a cream to powder foundation. So it does dries up to a powder. Just a little bit, but I don't like the sticky feeling, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a powder on top of this anyway, and I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match Gentle Mineral Powder. I also had hauled this item. I've been loving this powder. Like I said in my other video, I had seen some tutorials where a few people had used this powder, and I thought the application was so flawless. I just thought it was so beautiful, so I decided to get this powder myself. I got my shade in Sun Beige, and it's just awesome. It's a perfect match for me. So yeah, I'm going to use this powder on top of this foundation, even though you do not have to. I'm going to use this Kabuki brush that I also hauled. I know I keep on saying I'm using this, I use that. I'm just letting you know that I do use the products that I do haul, you guys, because I do believe in when I buy something, I like to use it. But if you have seen my videos, you know I hauled this Kabuki brush, and so I'm going to use it, okay? So I'm going to dab a little bit onto this Kabuki brush, and I'm going to put this all over my face. Good enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I'm going to contour or bronze up my face. You know, I don't go into the extreme contour, you know, method. I do consider the way that I bronze my face, I'm contouring. But however, for some people that may not be contouring, but for me it's contouring. I do not like the extreme contour method. But anyway, I'm going to use this bronzer out of this contour palette. I got this online. It was only like $8, so I believe it was on Amazon or eBay. So there's plenty you can, you know, if you go to those sites, you will see plenty of contour palettes. So I'm going to use this bronzer shade to bronze up my face, contour my face, and then I'm going to set my concealer with this shade right here. And then I'm going to highlight, I think, just my nose area. I'm going to highlight my nose area with this powder here, and I'm also going to bronze my nose right here on the side, contour my nose with this bronzer. Okay, So let me go ahead and get my brush. I'm gonna use a fluffy like face brush, and I'm gonna get some of this bronzer, and I'm just gonna put some of this bronzer on. Uh-oh, used the wrong shade. And one thing I can say about this bronzer is that it just gives me a natural bronze look. It's not too much. It's not what I'm used to bronzing with. So, yeah, I kind of like that. Just having a natural bronzy look to my face. So I'm kind of getting used to that instead of having a very harsh bronze look. That's mainly all I do. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer. Like I said, I use this shade right here. And just lightly go over it. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my highlighter brush. I can find it. Okay, I'm going to grab just a little bit of this shade right here onto my nose. Just a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to take the bronzer and I'm going to contour my nose. Okay. So now it's time for blush and my bronzer. Now I am going to use the Milani Golden Bake bronzer because I just love this bronzer. It is a deep but pretty red tone bronzer. I love it. It's like a favorite product of mine. Love, love, love. So I'm still going to put it right here underneath my cheekbones because I just love that real hard or real bold bronzer line here. I just love it, you guys. So I'm still going to use this bronzer, but first I'm going to apply my blush. Okay, the blush that I'm going to use is also, I could tell, going to be a favorite of mine. It is the Palladio Herbal Mosaic Powder in Spice. That's the shade. It has like 5 colors in it, and like I said, you can use this as eyeshadows, like single eyeshadows, or blend them all together and create a blush. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blend all the shadows together and use it as a blush. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I'm gonna blend it all up like this. Okay, and this is just so pretty with a deep smoky eye, or this shade is just beautiful. I do love it better than the Spice, not the Spice, but the, I like it better than the Sun Kissed shade, because the Sun Kissed shade, I basically have to use it for eyeshadows, just when I want a very neutral eyeshadow look. It doesn't really give me any color on my cheeks. So yeah, you guys, I basically love this color. They have one more palette, or another shade I should say, not palette. I've got to get that one eventually, maybe in the future sometime, but I do love this, and it has a beautiful smell. It's not real, it's like a perfume smell, but it's not too strong. I love the smell of these. They just have such a beautiful smell. And yes, I'm bringing that blush up to my temples. Like I said, I like to do that sometimes with certain blushes. Um, so yeah, this is pretty strong. I know the blush is on there pretty deep, pretty harsh, but like I said, sometimes it don't bother me to have a deep or a good bit of blush. I love blush. It sometimes, I just love it to be noticeable. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Golden Bake Bronzer by Milani. I'm going to put it right here to make that real strong line there with the bronzer. So I'm going to take my bronzer, and this time I'm going to use this brush right here from Echo Tools. It is called the Skin Perfecting Brush. I haven't quite yet understand what you use this brush for. I was using it for concealer. You can use it for concealer, but today I'm gonna try it as a bronzing brush or a contour brush here. So I'm gonna see how it works as a bronzing brush. I don't know how it's gonna look, but we'll see. Yeah, it's good enough. Love that look. I'm sorry if some of you do not like that look. I love it. Alright. So now I'm down to lipstick, okay? Sometimes I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. First of all, the highlighter. Yes, I almost forgot. I want to highlight my cheeks. I use the ELF blush in Koi. I got this at Walmart. I just think it's a beautiful shade. For me, it's more like a highlighter, you guys. Look, this is how it looks. Because when I come up close, I think it washes the color out. So I have to come back to here. So it's a beautiful color for an highlight for my skin tone. But if you are more brighter skin, then you probably could use this as a blush, as it states an ELF blush. For me, it would have to be a highlighter. So I'm going to take my highlighting brush. If I can find it. This is it. Okay, I'm going to tap it just a little bit. I don't want a whole lot. Yeah, there it is. There's the highlight there. There it is right there. Alright, that's the only place I want to highlight. I do not want to highlight any other part of my face. Now let's go ahead and get to the lipstick. Okay, as far as lipstick, I decided that I wanted a bright color today, not a neutral color. I just wanted something bright. So I'm going to use the Femme Couture Ultra Hydrating Matte Lip Color in Flirty Flamingo, which is a very vibrant pink or cool tone pink. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use on top of it the Milani Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Rose Blush. It looks like this. Use this on top of it. But I'm going to line my lips with the Palladio Herbal Precision Lip Liner in Salmon. I had hauled this. Love this lip liner. I don't know which one. It's like, this is my favorite already. I love this lip liner and also the Real Colors lip liner in Nudist. Those are my two favorite lip liners that I know that's going to be like my favorite products that I love to use. I've already like went through 3 of the Real Colors lip liner in Nudist. So yeah. See how pretty that color is? It can go with pink lipsticks, nude lipsticks, and even vibrant lipsticks. If you don't want the liner to be very bold, this is an awesome like lip liner to use. I love to use lip liners that is very universal. Like I think that Nudist lip liner from Real Colors, you can use it with nude lipsticks. You can use it for vibrant lipsticks because it's so universal. And I think this one is also, it can be used as a universal lip liner. So I like that. I don't like to always look for the same type of color lip liner for every shade that I decide to wear. You know, sometimes I get tired of that. Alright, I'm going to put on my lipstick. They are more dry than some other lipsticks, and that's one thing I do not like about them. I have a few of them, but I do not really like them as much. But let me go ahead and put the Milani Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss in Rose Blush on top of this, just to see how it will look. I do like the lipstick better with gloss on it, but I don't know, something about this shade, I don't like it with the eye combination. I don't know what it is. But here's one look. You could use the pink if you wanted to. I just think it's a little bit too much with my eye makeup. I actually have this other shade here that is in 330 Divine. It's from the CoverGirl. I think this would look much more beautiful. So I'm going to take this off, but just for you to see, this is how it looks with a pink lipstick. Okay, so I'm going to remove the lipstick here, and I think this purple will look. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the shade Salmon again. Salmon or Salmon, I don't know. People say it different ways. Okay. Now I'm going to take this color in 330 Divine. It's by CoverGirl, and I don't remember the name of these lipsticks. They still sell them, but it looks like this. The packaging looks like this, and it looks like that. So I'm going to apply this to my lips. My phone is going crazy, you guys. Okay. This is the look, and I do think this lipstick looks better with my eyes. Alright, so this is in the shade 330 Divine. It's by CoverGirl. I don't know that, I can't remember the name of these lipsticks, but you know, it looks like this. This lipstick I do love with my my blush as well as my eyeshadow color. So I hope you enjoyed this look, you guys. This tutorial, this is how it's looking. And you know what, you guys, I'm not too mad at this foundation. I'm not mad at it. Actually, the more it dried, the more coverage I see. I see almost a full coverage look. Not like so full, but hey, it's enough that it covers pretty good, you guys. When you first put it on, it didn't look, as far as my opinion, when I first applied this foundation, it didn't look like it was gonna give me much coverage. I was like, oh my, I hope this gives me some more coverage. As it dries, like I said, it goes on like a cream and it dries up like a powder. However, it has a sticky feeling to it. But as it dried, it gave me some more coverage. So I'm not mad at this foundation. So far, I do like it, but I do have to wear it a little while before I say, oh, it's my favorite product. You know how it is with makeup. It can start out looking wonderful, and then it could break you out, or it could irritate the skin, or it could be not as well as you thought it was, you know, the first week or something. But anyway, I'm not mad at it so far. So I have to wear it for a little while, but hey, it could be a favorite. Who knows? But yeah, I do like my makeup look. I hope you all like my makeup look. And so I'm not gonna hold you up too much longer, because you know my videos are long, y'all. I'm working on the time as to trying to reduce the time so it's not too long. But I'm a type of person, I like to take my time. I like to show you what I do on a daily basis. Every step that I do, or what I show you on camera, is what I do in real life. So I like to present that to you all that watches my videos, and my subscribers. Thank you so much. And yeah, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go, and so y'all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, and mwah, bye bye.